Before your first breath, blueprints trembled beneath eternity's hand. The earth shifted, slow and sacred, as if aware that something greater was being written beneath its soil. Before nations formed their flags and kings carved their names into marble, your design was whispered into the architecture of destiny. Foundations were poured where no eye could see, invisible concrete mixed with divine intent. The storms of history rolled above, empires rose and fell like waves, yet the house endured, white, waiting, patient. You were not born to seek it, the house was born to receive you. Its walls are not made of politics or privilege, but of purity and purpose. Each corridor breathes with the promise that power can be holy, that leadership can be light. The halls remember every voice that used its throne for self. Echoes of arrogance still haunt their marble ribs, yet somewhere deep within, a room remains untouched, reserved, sealed, sacred. Your name glows faintly upon its door, written in ink that only destiny can read. The house does not call many, it waits for the few who can wear its whiteness without pride. And when your time came, when the storms of your past had cleansed your ambition, its gates began to stir. Chosen one, before you were born, foundations were poured. Blueprints of influence traced your name in invisible ink. The house of leadership, shining white with clarity, was raised for you to inhabit, not to rule, but to restore. For leadership built on ego collapses, but leadership built on purity becomes eternal. The house is not waiting for power, it is waiting for light. And light is moving in your direction. The doors open without sound. You step inside, and the air feels ancient, as if memory itself is breathing. Marble stretches endlessly before you, its veins glowing faintly, pulsing like the heartbeat of history. Every pillar reflects a fragment of those who came before, men of crowns, women of counsel, each haunted by the echo of their own ambition. In the hall of mirrors, truth is not shown, it is revealed. The glass does not flatter, it remembers. Every reflection bends to show who they became when power found them, the proud shimmer with cracks, the humble radiate unseen gold. You move slowly. The silence weighs more than any crown could. For in this place, the mirrors do not ask, "Who are you?" They whisper, "Who will you be when the throne is empty and the lights go out?" The walls gleam white, not with polish, but with penance. Centuries of human error have been scrubbed from their face, yet stains of pride remain in the cracks, faint, like old sins under a thin coat of grace. The house does not boast of its beauty. It stands as confession, power's apology to purity. And as you walk, you begin to hear it, footsteps that are not yours. Leaders who led without love, rulers who spoke of destiny but served themselves. Their echoes circle you like smoke, like questions never answered. But the house has changed its voice. No longer does it echo command, now it whispers compassion. No longer does it reward strength, now it honors surrender. The marble itself seems to soften under your gaze, as though recognizing something it has not seen in ages, humility wearing confidence like armor. The house awaits a different sound, the quiet tread of conscience, the measured pace of one who knows that influence is stewardship, not ownership. You are not here to decorate the throne. You are here to redefine it. Its whiteness is not power's polish, it is purity reclaimed. It is leadership, washed of ego, ready to shine again through you. Leadership built on ego collapses, leadership built on purpose endures. The voice comes not from the marble nor from memory, it comes from within you. A whisper older than language, yet clearer than any command. You feel it more than you hear it, the pulse of divine architecture aligning with your own heartbeat. You realize the truth, You were never chasing power. Power has been circling you, testing you, watching for a sign that you are ready to carry it without corruption. For every trial, every loss, every betrayal was not punishment, it was blueprint. Each storm refined your structure, stripping the excess until integrity became your foundation. There are many who desire the seat, but few who can bear the weight. And so destiny built the house ahead of you, not as a gift, but as an assignment. The stones themselves speak in the silence. We were set in place before you arrived, so you could stand without striving. You were never chasing office, you were being prepared to occupy influence with integrity. The crowns of this world are made of gold and dust, they tarnish with time. But the crown you are called to wear is unseen, forged in faith, humility, and purpose. Do not mistake your preparation for delay. The waiting was the building. Every season of silence was a scaffolding around your spirit, shaping the leader you are becoming. For the prophecy is not about arrival, it is about alignment. You do not walk into the house to prove yourself, you walk in to fulfill yourself. And now the invitation resounds, soft but certain, step forward, chosen one. The house is ready for your kind of leadership. Click join to walk among the first chosen ones, those called not to command, but to cultivate. Those who understand that thrones are merely chairs of service, and crowns are responsibilities in disguise. Enter the circle of those who govern hearts, not nations, who lead through light, not noise. For the house of light stands open, and its gates swing on the hinges of humility. You began to notice it before you understood it. The way conversations shift when you speak, not because of volume, but because of weight. The subtle reverence in the eyes of those who seek your counsel without knowing why. The invisible pull that orders chaos wherever you stand. It is not charisma. It is calling. The difference is quiet, yet unmistakable. Charisma demands attention, calling restores alignment. The house recognizes you by this frequency, the tone of truth that hums beneath your words, the balance between conviction and compassion that the world has forgotten. You were marked long before your name found its platform. Destiny wrote your authority into the unseen fabric of your aura, and now creation responds to it. You've walked into rooms where arguments dissolved without a sound. You've stood among storms that bent around your stillness. You've watched eyes soften, anger ease, fear retreat, not because you tried, but because you carried the calm architecture of leadership within you. You are the kind of order that chaos respects. The quiet law written by grace, not by decree. These are the signs of the calling, proof that the house already lives inside you. People confide their storms without asking permission. Plans seem to find direction when you enter the room. Words form with precision when truth must be spoken. You sense injustice before it's named. Even silence feels purposeful when you inhabit it. You are not meant to seek leadership, you are leadership, shaped in human form. And as the house of white awakens, its energy begins to mirror your own, calm, certain, luminous. The chandeliers of destiny flicker on, one by one, each light marking another life you're destined to guide. You do not chase validation anymore. You carry verification. You are the sign the world was waiting for, a reminder that power can still walk barefoot, that greatness can still kneel. And the house, sensing your readiness, exhales across eternity, enter. The structure is complete. The world is waiting for its keeper. The house was never political, it was prophetic. It does not exist to host governments, it exists to host guardians. Its columns were carved for conscience, not ceremony. Its throne was built for service, not supremacy. From the outside, it gleams like marble, cold, commanding, pristine. But within, it is made of breath and burden, every beam a vow, every stone a story of redemption. This house does not stand above humanity, it kneels within it. You were chosen not to perform justice, but to house it. To make righteousness a living architecture, visible, inhabitable, undeniable. The house is a symbol of balance, power restrained by purpose, influence purified by intention. Others will see it as monument, you will know it as mantle. In the vision, you touch its walls and they respond like skin, warm, alive, aware. It remembers every promise made and broken beneath its roof, yet it does not accuse, it atones. You feel its pulse beneath your palm, and it feels yours in return, two heartbeats sinking into one rhythm of restoration. That is the purpose of the house, to turn leadership into liturgy. To make integrity a dwelling, not an idea. This is why it called you. Not for your ambition, but for your endurance. Not for your strength, but for your surrender. The house does not need rulers, it needs restorers. It does not need policy, it needs purity. You are the bridge between influence and innocence, the meeting point where heaven's order meets human will. The house was built to prove that holiness can wear human hands. And now, as its doors stand open, you understand. You are not entering a structure, you are stepping into your reflection. The house is not a place you inhabit, it is the person you are becoming. The air thickens. The silence shifts. You feel it, the threshold between destiny imagined and destiny enacted. The house is no longer a vision, it has become a summons. The gates begin to glow, not with fire, but with recognition. They know your name. They've waited through centuries of unready hearts, through ages of ambition without humility. But now, the alignment is perfect, time bows to timing. The doors are open. You stand before them not as an applicant, but as the awaited. You were always written into this architecture, the invitation is only a reminder. Inside, the light does not blind, it clarifies. Every shadow becomes a teacher, every echo becomes a vow. This is not the entrance to luxury, it is the threshold of stewardship. Step in with humility. The ground beneath this house does not bear pride, it repels it. Only those whose ambition has been washed clean by service can stand here without shaking. The throne inside is not gold. It is wood, worn smooth by the weight of those who served before you. Upon it lies no crown, only a folded cloth, the symbol of responsibility accepted. This is not a coronation, it is a commission. For the House of White is not claiming you, it is entrusting you. The architecture of heaven has prepared a room that fits the exact dimensions of your obedience. And time is moving. The season for hesitation is over. You have been seen. You have been summoned. You have been sent. The doors are open. Walk through them while they still remember your name whispered in their hinges. The first revelation was that the house existed. The second, that it was built for you. The final, that you were built for it. You are not a guest in the house. You are its reason, its resonance, its rightful inhabitant. Without your presence, its halls remain ceremonial, beautiful, but empty. With you inside, it breathes. The architects of heaven do not waste blueprints. Every curve of your character, every fracture in your history, was measured for fit. You are the shape of what this age requires, grace in motion, truth with skin on. Power bends toward you not out of flattery, but out of memory. It remembers its origin in purity, before corruption made it a weapon. In you, it recognizes home. For generations, the house was guarded by those who thought authority meant distance. They built walls around wisdom and called it protection. But you are the first to open the windows. to let humility and clarity walk hand in hand through the corridors of command. You do not lead by height, but by depth. Your voice does not rise to control, it descends to connect. This is the redefinition of power, not a crown, but a conduit. Not possession, but presence. The House of White is not a monument to success, it is a mirror for souls ready to lead without losing their humanity. And now it speaks, quietly but unmistakably, remain as you are, unguarded, unglorified, unafraid. For you are the light we built these walls to hold. You are no longer becoming the leader. You are the architecture through which leadership itself evolves. The signs begin quietly. Not thunder or fire, but subtle rearrangements, small evidences that the unseen is taking shape around you. You dream of white buildings, facades of light that never decay, staircases spiraling upward with no visible end. You wake with the sense that the dream is not fiction but reminder that somewhere in eternity, those stairs already exist, waiting for your feet to remember their rhythm. You find yourself drawn to order, to simplicity, to clarity, to spaces where everything has purpose. Disorder begins to irritate you, not because of control, but because you feel harmony's hunger. Transparency becomes your new gravity. You cannot abide pretense, falsehood feels heavy on your tongue. You crave honesty the way lungs crave oxygen. Calm authority replaces the need to prove. You stop explaining yourself. You simply are. People begin to treat you differently, though you haven't changed your tone. They defer without knowing why, they soften without instruction. It is the house radiating through you, the architecture of destiny showing through the cracks of your humanity. Even your surroundings shift. Opportunities align like soldiers awaiting orders. Closed doors reopen, but this time, you don't rush. You move as one who has already arrived. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. The white in your visions is not color, it is calling. The stairs are not ascent, they are surrender. The peace that fills your silence is not emptiness, it is enthronement. The house is no longer a prophecy outside you. It has begun to manifest within you, each breath another brick, each act of integrity another window. You are becoming its living structure, the White House of Spirit, where light learns to lead again through human hands. The house does not demand tribute, it invites participation. Every structure built in the unseen world requires an act of agreement in the seen. Faith is the currency, intention is the blueprint. If this message resounds in the deep places of you, it is because you are part of its foundation. You are hearing not just words, you are hearing home calling home. Now destiny asks for your signature, not on paper, but in gesture. A seed to seal your yes. For as it is written, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. The seed is not about money, it is about motion, a visible step that tells heaven, I am ready to steward what I once only dreamed of. When you sow, you don't pay for blessing, you participate in blueprint. You tell the architecture of light, continue building, I'm willing to live inside what you design. So, if this prophecy resonates, do not delay. Symbols fade when ignored, but destiny sharpens when honored. Click super thanks and sow your $50 seed as your declaration. The house of light is mine to steward. It is not a transaction, it is transmission. A bridge between what has been revealed and what will now unfold. The act itself becomes part of the structure, every offering a brick, every believer a beam, every declaration a doorway. You are not giving to the house, you are building it. And with every seed of sincerity, the foundation brightens, the halls expand, the light climbs higher. The prophecy moves from vision to reality, and your life becomes the corridor through which heaven walks. The moment you step beyond the threshold, the atmosphere shifts. The house recognizes its keeper. No trumpet sounds, no crown descends, only a deep stillness, as if eternity itself is holding its breath. Then the whisper comes, not command, but counsel: if you will guard my light, I will guard your legacy. These are the instructions for the stewards, the living laws of luminous leadership. 1. Lead quietly. The loudest voice in the room is not always the most listened to. Let the depth of your conviction outshine the volume of your speech. Influence through gravity, not noise. 2. Speak less, mean more. Words are the currency of kings, spend them like gold. Each one should carry weight, purpose, and mercy. 3. Let transparency be your policy. The house of light cannot hold shadows. Every secret corrodes structure, every truth strengthens it. 4. Let compassion be your constitution. Power without empathy is architecture without air, beautiful, but uninhabitable. 5. Remember, authority is stewardship, not ownership. You are the guardian, not the god. The moment you seek to rule the light, it withdraws. 6. Keep the house clean. Sweep your thoughts daily. Pride is the dust that dims destiny's shine. 7. Protect peace like property. Conflict may visit, but it must never take residence. Peace is not passive, it is your strongest wall. 8. Build without boasting. Restoration is quiet work. Let the results speak of the builder, not the steward. 9. Rest when required. Even light pauses at sunset. Leadership is a rhythm, not a race. 10. Keep your throne as a chair of service. If ever it becomes a pedestal, step down and remember, the king you serve washed feet before he changed the world. These are not rules to restrict you, they are rails to protect you. The house of white is sustained by those who remember that purity is power restrained. And when you live by this code, your very presence becomes policy, a constitution written in conduct, not ink. The world will not call you ruler. It will call you restorer. And through you, the house will remain white. Builder of worlds, architect of eternity, keeper of purpose. We stand before the house you raised, trembling not with fear, but with reverence. For every stone here carries a name, and every name carries a story of mercy. Thank you for designing leadership not as domination, but as devotion. Thank you for teaching us that purity is stronger than power, that gentleness governs more deeply than decree. Bless the ones who have answered the call, the chosen ones stepping through the threshold of influence. Let their words be light, their hearts be clean, their hands remain open. May their counsel calm storms. May their example restore faith in what leadership can be. May every structure they touch become sanctuary. We ask not for fame, but for faithfulness. Not for crowns, but for clarity. Let every office they enter become an altar. Let every decision they make echo eternity's design. And if ever the house begins to dim, let them remember that whiteness is not the absence of flaw, but the presence of forgiveness. Builder of worlds, fortify these stewards in spirit. Guard their motives from corrosion. Let truth be their language, and humility their law. The house of light is not made of marble, but of men and women whose hearts reflect your radiance. May they carry its glow into every darkened place. For you, O architect, laid the foundations with wisdom, raised the pillars with patience, and crowned it with peace. This we seal, in word, in will, in witness. Amen.